There's much to see and much to enjoy in the Philippines. Performance art in Manila Bay. Traditional dances with long tradition. And manual bowling alleys. And you can't miss the fancy, amazing show. Let's take an exotic journey to the Philippines. This is Manila Bay, a romantic place at night. There is music and leisure. As you travel around, you will see groups of people gathered. If there is a crowd, there is definitely something to see. What's going on? Let me see too. Oh, what's this? Is it a mannequin? There are too many people to just leave. What is the big deal? Oh, it moved. Oh, you surprised me. Oh, the secret was the money. When people put money in the box, the mannequin-like person suddenly began to move. This performance artist's specialty is techno dancing.
Tagalog na lang, okay lang. Just techno, and my favorite is locking lock.
This performance artist is famous in Manila Bay. Taking a picture with him is a popular event. He makes funny faces when they take pictures, and that makes people laugh.
It's his first time to see that kind of
Tawa kasi kukuhanan ka ng camera sa Korea, ipapalabas ka sa Korea. Papalabas ka sa Korea. Tawa ka naman. Ang tipid mo naman. Yan yung pagtawa.
Oh, I'm scared.
So hard to get money.
But nothing is easy. Standing expressionless in the heat makes him sweat. It is tough to be an artist. A surprise and another laugh. This way, night deepens in Manila Bay. If you had a nice laugh, let's find out about Filipino tradition. There is a traditional performance here. The members are practicing. Oh, your clothes are so fancy. The women wear clothes of a traditional tribe.
side, Kalinan side na city. So this is the whole set of costume.
This exciting performance used to be a tribal ritual to wish for fecundity. There are many movements that represent birth. There are many places with folk performances for tourists in the Philippines. Each region has a unique dance. Some are to celebrate Thanksgiving, some are shamanist, and some are from the colonial times. There is one dance that tourists enjoy. It is done with bamboo rods. It is called tinikling, or just bamboo dance. The name originates from a bird with a long neck and long legs. Everyone has to keep the same beat. It makes you nervous to watch, but you want to try it. Shall we give it a try? Anyone can do it if they know the basic concept and direction of movement. The movements express a bird which only eats rice and runs away. They require dexterity and agility. The feet must not touch the bamboo, and teamwork is important to keep the beat. Bamboo rods slide about, and the dancer moves about through the openings. It is similar to the rubber string game played in Korea. The dance will make you sweat.
뭐 어떻게 보면 정말 간단한 스텝인 것 같지만 대나무 때문에 정말 긴장이 돼서 계속 가슴을 졸였습니다.
This is a bowling alley in Davao. It isn't an ordinary bowling alley. It looks the same, but take a close look.
And have you gone NCC? Automatic. That's good.
Oh, the balls don't have holes.
I think it's made of some kind of alloy or ceramic.
Old bowling balls. How interesting. It isn't just the balls. The scoring is old-fashioned too. They record it manually.
Wow, my 100.
This score sheet. Who is the winner? We are leading.
We're the winning team.
Is that all? Huh? Whose feet are those? Oh, there are feet everywhere. What are they doing?
I like playing bowling, and this is Philippine bowling.
They don't have a machine to reset the pins, so there are pin boys. They wait behind the pins and then replace them. You can see them setting the pins. Problem is that if the ball is too fast, they could get hurt.
Kaya kami. Saya hindi ko nagtatanong sa mga English. Hindi marunong kay
Bowling was first introduced in Asia around 1861. Pin boys used to reset the pins until 1950 when the setting machine was invented. After 1950, the machine replaced them and pin boys began to disappear. The machine does the work now, but this bowling alley still has pin boys.
Lose fat, okay, to burn energy and as well as for leisure. This is Philippine bowling.
This is a theater downtown. The show is exciting and it is a requisite course for tourists. The reason it is so popular is because of the dancers. They are beautiful and they are all gay. Some are transsexual. People still aren't that open to them, but their show is a unique trend for tourism in Southeast Asia. Except for the fact that these women are actually men, this is just like any other makeup room. The amazing show is similar to the Alcazar show in Thailand. It is in the beginning stage and is a little lacking compared to the Thai show, but the showmanship of the performers is great.
Yes, I talked to them personally, and most of them are good. And before we enter here, we are friends before. We meet in the pageant.
The members have great pride.
Second runner-up in Tiffany's Miss International Queen, and I think I make Filipino proud, and I represent Philippines well.
It's almost time. The performers are busy getting dressed. Don't think it's some kind of a magic show because of the name. The dances are from different countries, so all the costumes are different.
Makeup artist at the same time the wardrobe here at the amazing tune. I've been working here for almost this is my
10 minutes before the show, the performers practice. A fancy show with beautiful performers. They prepare for a long time to present a truly amazing show.
I feel good. Very good. That's all.
The US has Broadway, Thailand has the Alcazar show, and the Philippines has the Amazing Show. The performers sing and dance amidst an exciting atmosphere. Everyone has to see this show, which is so dynamic.
너무 예쁘고 재밌고 남자 같지 않아요. 여자 같아요.
Things come alive at night in the Philippines. The performances here and there offer romance. The exotic sights are another face of the Philippines. Bangkok, the Venice of the Orient. Take a cruise on the river. Go to the floating market full of people. Fill your stomach with special snacks. You can only see this on water. It's a floating bank. Let's go to Bangkok, where the river is special. Thailand is called the Venice of the Orient. The nickname came about because of Chao Phraya River. It is the longest river in Thailand with a length of 745 miles. The river is a place of livelihood for Bangkok residents and a noted spot for tourists. A cruise is the best way to enjoy it. The dock is always crowded with people. Over 5 million people visit every year. Get on the cruise boat and enjoy the sights along the curvy river. It is refreshing. You can also see the temples and features of Thailand. The tourists concentrate so they don't miss anything.
จังหวัดนนท์เนี่ยถูกตั้งเป็นเมืองนนทบุรี
ยังนักศึกษาอย่างเดียวถึงธรรมชาติริมน้ำสองข้างทางอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
It looks like an ordinary cruise boat, but there is a secret to its popularity. There are books. There aren't a lot, but there is a wide array from novels to comics. Enjoy the river and read. What could be better?
เอาที่ทางโรงเรียนเขาจัดมาทัศนศึกษาอะไรที่
มาศึกษาดูว่าที่ไหนที่สวยงามมากแล้วก็
The boat takes you here and there, and one place is the floating resting place. But look, why is everyone in bare feet? The passengers wear bare feet on the boat, and they are allowed in the store like that. You should eat to see the sights. What attracts people are the special snacks. What are the most popular snacks here? A batter turns into a flour. This is called kanom chan. Cook egg yolk in hot water and dip it in cold sugar water. This is thongyak, which means gold. Oh, how does that taste? People are crowded in one corner of the store. What is everyone looking at? They're watching an old lady who is turning something. What are you doing?
ถ้าหากว่าเราโรยสูงเกินไปเส้นมันขาดตอน
The lady gives a demonstration. She mixes eggs and then puts it in a special ladle. She sprinkles it over boiling water. The thin streams of egg look so neat.
เพราะว่าถ้าเราใช้ไข่แดงล้วนเนี่ยมันจะไม่เป็นเส้นเพราะว่าไข่เป็ดนี่ไข่แดงล้วนจะเหนียว
She removes the strands with skill. This is called to ying tong. Passengers are hungry from watching the sights and they buy a lot of snacks. It is time to get on the boat again. The cruise boat continues along Chao Phraya River. There is much to see and much to eat. It is full of little joys. If you're in Bangkok, you have to go to the floating market. There are all sorts of goods on long, narrow boats. Time just flies when you're at the market. Oh, that sounds like a frog. The floating market is a famous tourism product. It's fun to see what was in the tourist guidebooks.
I feel very good.
I feel very hot.
I'm very good in Thailand. Very good indeed.
They are narrow boats, but they have all the goods just like an ordinary market on land. Of them all, the ones that cook for you on the spot are the most popular. There is a snack that attracts particular attention. They are so colorful that you can't just pass by. It is a popular snack called lukchap. These women are making lukchap. They agree to show us how. They bring the main ingredient, green beans. They look like corn, but they're beans. They make a soft dough and begin shaping. You can't see this all the time. All you need are your hands and a simple tool. You could use a knife or even a comb. They shape them like artists. They decorate them to attract people. It looks pretty, but it still lacks something. When they are almost dry, they dip them in something. Then they slowly dry them.
เพื่อให้วุ้นมันทั่วถึงกันนะครับ
It requires quite a bit of work, but it only costs 50 cents for 10 to 15 of them. That was the floating market. So, is there more fun stuff? Oh, hey! Where are you going on a full boat?
เนี่ยค่ะ ตรงไปนิดนึงก็ถึงประมาณ8 โมงอะค่ะ 7-8 โมง
Oh, you're done for today and you're going home? The floating village has an exotic atmosphere. It is the home for the commoners of Bangkok. It is a common sight to see people go home by boat after a day's work.
ขายดีเปล่าขายไม่ได้
The first thing to do is to hang the boat. Here, boats are just as precious as cars.
หมุนเรือขึ้นเนี่ยเก็บเรือ
Boats are an important means of transportation on the river. They hang the boats up so they won't be damaged by objects floating in the water. The house itself is also elevated. It is to prevent moisture from the ground and flooding when the river overflows. Let's take a look inside. It is humble like an ordinary house. There are household appliances and a nice kitchen.
ตอนบ่ายก็จะไปซื้อกับข้าวที่ตลาดมาทำอาหารทานกัน ก็จะเป็นดำรงชีวิตอยู่อย่างนี้ทุกวันค่ะ
Let's visit another floating village. A fabulous sight can be seen every day. What can it be? A man suddenly appears with a flag. He carefully raises it up in front of the door. What is the meaning of this flag?
เพื่อให้เรือเป็นสัญลักษณ์ให้เรือเขารู้ว่าเราจะฝากเงิน
A moment later, a boat slowly approaches. The man brings something in his hand. He puts something in a net that is held out. Isn't that money?
คือมันจะเป็นสัญลักษณ์ว่าถ้าเราปักธงแล้วเนี่ยคือจะเป็นการสื่อว่าเรือเราจะต้องมีการติดต่อกับเรือ
Oh, this boat is a floating bank. The floating bank lets people take care of bank business from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Don't take it lightly because it's a small boat. There are many customers from 40 years. The boat even has a safe. It is definitely a bank.
เราไปเก็บตลาดมาแล้วเรามาลงบัญชีลูกค้าที่ฝาก
The floating bank is operated by a bank on land. It works over 20 miles along the Chao Phraya River. After operating the floating bank for a long time, the employee is a boatman.
ตามติดๆเลย
The people of the floating village have to go far to reach a bank. For them, the floating bank is a pleasant guest. They deposit the money they make each day and can make withdrawals with a day's notice. That's not all. The floating bank gives them change. It's banking at home.
เวลาเราต้องทำหน้าที่ของเราใช่ไหมให้ซื่อสัตย์สุจริตตรงๆเดี๋ยวพอหมดแล้วได้เอาใหม่ได้ไปเกิดที่ไหนก็ไม่รู้
ของเรากี่คนน่ะ
They get close from seeing each other every day. The floating bank employee's hands are full from everything the people give him. The bank is even more meaningful because of these warm sentiments that people share.
ว่าตามปกติพวกนี้เก็บทุกวันเหมือนเดิม
ไม่ก็นั่งมองทิวทัศน์ไป
A special place with warm sentiments of common people. This is what a day is like at the Chao Phraya River. The people of Bangkok love their river. Amidst the leisurely flow of the river, there is warmth and laughter. They have hope that doesn't dry up. Bulgaria is located in the southeast area of the Balkan Peninsula. It is known as a country of longevity. A majestic mountain range along the horizon. There are monasteries, churches, and mosques. There are also relics of Rome and the Byzantine era. Bulgaria is a top country for tourism. It produces over 70% of the world's rose production. The streets are full of a red color. You can also enjoy coffee and yogurt. Fresh cheese and yogurt are representative health foods. 11 out of 1,000 people live over 100. What is the secret to such longevity? If you want to find out about longevity, you have to go to the yogurt village. They still make yogurt the traditional way here. You can hear pounding in mortars every morning. Oh, is this the famous Bulgarian yogurt? It looks like cheese.
Това е масло. Вкусно масло.
The main ingredient is sheep's milk.
И дядо ми е бил чубанин, и баща ми е чубанин, и аз съм чубанин.
The first condition for quality yogurt is fresh sheep's milk. He squeezes the milk twice a day. This is the beginning of making the world's best yogurt. sheep's milk is precious and he is careful not to spill a drop. First, they boil it for 10 minutes over a fire. Now they have to add the second ingredient.
До необходимата температура за подквасване. И след това вече ще му сложи кисело мляко.
They have to wrap it in a blanket for fermentation. This healthy yogurt will make you live to be 100. It looks thicker than yogurt sold at the market. How does it taste?
Вкусно! Има много дълголетници, защото ядат много кисело мляко.
Water is important not only for yogurt, but in daily life. You can easily see people carrying water bottles around.
Ходиме на един ресторант Езерото там.
Настоящата българска социалистическа партия на бившата.
Located on the Balkan Peninsula, Bulgaria is famous for hot springs. There is a hot spring in the middle of the city. They know good water. People who pass by stop for some quality water. Some people bring water bottles, and some even bring a whole basketful for the entire family.
Колко бутилки носите днес? То е за 3 семейства, за синовете ми и за нас.
Финансите не са много добре, ама...
Ходите така?
Да,
Mineral water is known to be good, but Bulgarians only drink hot mineral water.
Водата се напълни, нали, да се остави така малко тези газове, тези изпарения да...
Everyone drinks hot mineral water. Maybe that's what makes them live so long. We found it. The first one-word treasure is water. We continue the search. We head to Rodopi, about 3.5 hours from Sofia, the capital. It is a longevity village where the average life is 80 years. Everyone looks old here. About 30 out of 100,000 people here are over 100 years old. That's the most in the world. What's the secret? Tell us, please. The director begs so much that she takes him inside. She shows him her treasure. It is beans.
А беше лукс на нашето време да сварим качамата гости, да поканим.
Add some bean powder to salt water and stir until it thickens. It's bean porridge. When it's thick and sticky, just season it.
По-вкусно, защото иначе постно.
The sauce that she chooses is butter and Cyrene cheese. It's gacha nut.
Харесвам. Хубаво.
You should share food. Svet is busy. She takes some porridge to her neighbor. She goes to Mirachov's place. He does all the hard work in the village.
Аз там живея в ниската къща, малката. А високата е на племенника, ама това няма тук.
You're treated like a young man at the age of 70 at Rodopi. Mirachov smiles and says he's still as strong as a young man.
Yoga.
There is a reason why the old women love him so much. He has a special talent. nice neighbors, and good health. Another secret to their health is optimistic personalities. Having a positive mind makes life more energetic.
За сватба, за хорова. Проводил Мирчу сватове. Сватове още кумове.
There's always one person who's number one. The oldest woman is somewhere else.
Тук отгоре и там, дето тая...
Горе. Елате ще ви покажа. Ами, няма. Тя не е възрастната ни жена. Има ли пак?
The oldest woman is Babi Guyoka.
Къде е баба Демирана? Къде е? Иде на дърва. Така ли? Сега, там привели. Да, да. Влезни. Влезни, баба Гюки. Ела.
She lives alone and does all the housework by herself. She just has to light her stove no matter how cold it is. She looks so healthy. You're pretty old. Are you healthy? It is her pleasure to walk around. It is impressive to see her climb stairs with no problem. She likes to drink strong coffee. It's almost been 100 years since she began a day by drinking coffee. She also likes to have sweet cookies. They give her energy. But she has her favorite food every day. She always has beans. So, what bean dish do the people of Rodopi enjoy the most?
Първата вода на боба се изхвърля. Сега ще изчакаме да заври.
While the beans cook, make seasoning with tomatoes and vegetables. Add pepper powder and onions too. Add sweet lutenica and mint and then mix it with the beans. That's it. Don't forget to add sunflower oil, which lowers cholesterol levels.
След което ще го залея с топла водичка и ще го сложим на печката да вари. Боба така трябва да вари.
Beans and vegetables don't make you fat. There are a lot of elderly people here, but nobody has obesity.
И това не му позволява да се.
It should be cooked over low heat for a long time to produce a deep taste. It has to be boiled for at least 5 hours. This is the favorite bean dish of Rodopi. It's called Bob Gern. They also add a scent called gyerzum, which helps with digestion. How does it taste?
Сегашното време е национално. Мани.
Beans and water are treasures in Bulgaria, the country of longevity. These one-word treasures are the secret to their health and energy. However, the true secret is putting quality before quantity and natural foods before processed foods. They are careful about what they eat. A small Japanese harbor city called Kobe is seducing people. Have some romance on the ocean on a cruise. There is also a romantic European village. There is even Chinatown. There are Oriental and Western cultures in Kobe, another face of Japan. Western culture prospered early in the harbor city of Kobe. The Hyogo Prefectural Office is located in Kobe. It is an international trade city along with Yokohama. There is a noted spot in this small city with a population of 1.48 million. It is Kobe Harbor. Many boats pass through since it developed as a natural harbor for over 100 years. In the past, the shipbuilding and iron industries prospered, but now it is famous for tourism and leisure. The first place you should go to is the fish market. It is full of energy since early morning. All the fresh seafood of the world come here. It is particularly famous for quality tuna, the size of people. Being an island country, Japan is proud to have an abundance of seafood. There are all types of fresh seafood all year round. Now that you've seen fish, you should rest a while. Walk about 10 minutes and a boat comes into sight. People get on board to create great memories on water. The cruise departs at the captain's signal. It cruises for an hour from Harborland to the Mosaic Garden. Take some leisurely rest while looking at the waves and relieve all your stress. You should capture this moment in a photo. Everyone is taking pictures.
葬式とかね、結婚式がね、あれ特徴がありましたよ。
A nice meal is another pleasure. The meal consists of Japanese food cooked to suit the tastes of people from around the world. Your eyes enjoy the sights and your mouth enjoys the food. What could be better?
見た方がいいんですかね、カメラの方は。見ない方がいいんですかね。
The harbor is even more charming after sunset. It is transformed into a fancy city with colorful lights. The city with neon lights is the highlight of traveling in Kobe. There is a structure with particularly bright lights. It's Port Tower. The 108-meter tall observatory opened in 1963. It is the most beautiful structure in Kobe. That's not all. If you want something special, this is the place. It's Chinatown with much to see and enjoy. It is like a small China in Japan and is crowded around the clock. Having a history of 120 years, there is always much to see. There happens to be a small festival. It is a ritual for the prosperity of the merchants. The lion dance attracts people of all ages. It is an exotic sight to see China in Japan. There is a place that attracts a lot of people. This time, it's a dragon dance. A dragon appears to music and begins to move. The dragon dance is a traditional event to prevent disasters in the shopping district. Chinatown is full of fun and exotic things. There is a toad in the center of a huge bowl.
あちらに祀っている祭壇の地の神様を祀った後のお線香をこちらに置いてます。
Chinese believe that toads bring them money and customers. People gather to another place. They get their cameras out. Everyone is busy taking pictures. It feels strange. What's going on? Is it something fun? Oh, there's Son Ogong and Ju Beiji.
孫悟空の敵の悪い猿です。
The characters of the famous novel Journey to the West are helping people make wishes to the monkey god at this temple.
I like international things, so I really like seeing different cultures and different people and different.
Kobe is an exotic place. Unlike other Japanese cities, it has a special memory. It is famous for the Kobe earthquake. The earthquake, which occurred in 1995, resulted in almost 5,000 deaths. It was a great disaster. However, the city got back on its feet and transformed into a new planned city. Stronger and more sophisticated buildings took place. They are the pride of Kobe residents.
暗くなるとね、ものすごく明かりがランプがついてとても綺麗ですよ。
How about another attraction? Foreigners were allowed to settle since the end of the 19th century, and the Kitano district has become the most exotic village in Japan. With the opening of Kobe Harbor in 1868, foreigners established this cozy European village with nostalgic sentiments. The first thing you see are columns along the street. Every time a house was built, the year and exterior of the house were engraved on a column. In other words, it's like a door plate.
いろんな異人館の建物の紹介がしてあります。
Which is the most popular house?
昔の洋風な建物を見に。建物ですよね。あとは美味しいスイーツを。
可愛い家とかがあるので、ぜひ見に行ってください。あ、行ってください。
Fit for its reputation, there are a lot of people there. Just how great is it for people to be painting it like this? Is the house that great? Closer to the house, there is a couple taking a picture in front of it. You have to lie down like this to get the entire house.
この辺は異人館だから、そういう。
Oh, it really does.
やっぱりこの辺は異人館だから、そういうヨーロッパとか、ああいう匂いというかしますよね。
The house with a famous reputation. It is famous for the weather vane on the roof. It was the house of a German trader. It preserves its original appearance. The interior is decorated in German style. The cozy living room and bedroom have a certain European charm. It's like traveling back centuries to Europe. You can go back to the past. This is the charm of Kobe.
何回か来てるんですけれども、いつ来てもやはり昔のはすごく素晴らしいなと。
Time seems to have stopped when you're in this peaceful and cozy house. Shall we see what the people of this house enjoyed eating?
そして大切な人と時間を過ごしていただくと本当に世界一の時間になると思います。
Bread is the main staple of Germany. You can try different types of bread. sweet and sour apricot jam, chocolate, and mountain berries, and then some homemade yogurt with honey. Anyone who tries it will fall for the taste. How does it taste?
この塩のミネラルと卵の味がこう口の中で。
Kobe is a humble but pleasant city of leisure. It is charming because the traditional and modern coexist, and the East and West are beautifully in harmony.